My wife was 3 months pregnant. I come home one day and she hits me with this. We're getting a midwife. Babe, that's a huge decision. And I just want you to know that you'll always be the main wife. I was already thinking, how cold is it in Utah? What kind of bike you need to be Mormon? Is it like Catholic, but different? And she's like, no, a midwife. The ladies that deliver babies in houses, natural home birth. You can't be throwing out new words that sound like side wife. I'm thinking midwife, side wife, main wife. I didn't know. So the day she goes into labor, I call the midwife. Midwife shows up, kicks off her chanclas, and right away she starts moving furniture. She's like, Mr. Bling, we ain't got much time. She handed me this thing. She's like, this is a home birth pool, inflated. So I did my part as a dad. She's like, Mr. Bling, you still ain't done? And I'm like, I'm about to have a contraction, and you're gonna have to check me next. Then she's like, why didn't you use a pump? You know I brought a pump. Why didn't you tell me you brought a pump? You know this is my first home birth. At this point, my sister-in-law, Cynthia, wants to be texting and calling, interrupting our special day. Being nosy. And she's like, I have a feeling my sister's in labor, and you're not telling me. And you know I want to be there, because I want to meet my niece, and I'm going to be her favorite aunt. And if you don't tell me, I'm going to change the Netflix code on you. First of all, don't threaten me in my home. I press decline. You know what would have happened if I told Cynthia, yes, she's in labor? Man, we'd have 33 Mexicans in the backyard barbecuing, leaving the door open, letting all the smoke in. Somebody's kid tried jumping in the birth pool. Cannonball! Cynthia would have had a DJ setting up doing shout outs. Give it up for the mom-to-be? Really? All right, Mom, get ready to push it. Here's a little something, something. Hell no. I can't have my wife breathing on beat in a little pool and shit. No, everybody can find out tomorrow when everything's done. Then y'all can bring me noodles. That's the plan. Let me remind you, my wife gave birth in a house, unmedicated, no epidural, no Tylenol, no aspirin, nothing, like a G. Daddy, on the other hand, was very medicated. But the midwife caught me. Now the contractions are getting stronger and stronger. She's 6 centimeters dilated. She started ripping off her eyelashes one by one. I can't take it anymore. 7 centimeters dilated. Now mind you, when we first met, it was the eyes that got me. It was all about her eyes. And now she's sitting there blinking fast as shit with no eyelashes. 8 centimeters dilated, she rips her hair off and throws it across the room. And I ain't know that shit came off. Now she's looking at me with her real lashes and her real hair. And she's like, I love you, babe. It got emotional. I said, honey, there's a lot going on right now. Because in my head, I'm thinking, oh, so we're having kids, but we still getting to know each other? But out loud, I said, I love you too, babe. Then the midwife is like, damn, what happened to her hair? I don't know. You ain't never pulled it? Of course I pulled it. How you think we got in this situation? Then she's like, well, how strong was that weed we smoked out there? It wasn't no Reggie. All right, guess the baby wanna meet her real mama now. Me too. And then hours of pushing later, our baby daughter arrived. It was time to take our first family photo. Turn to my daughter. All right, kid, midwife's gonna run interference. I need you to grab that bundle of hair over there. I'll draw her eyebrows back on. We put her back together and took our first family photo. It was beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the musical musings of Mr. Billy D. Washington.
This is a song about when I was an insurance man and the hotel room. I was in Baton Rouge, staying in a handicapped room. There came a knock at my door. It was a handicapped whore. She was looking for a dude who was handicapped too. But I did it anyway. Yes, I did it anyway. She said, nah, nah, nah. Yes, I did it anyway. 'Cause Nationwide is on your side.
I try to be a good uncle because I know I'd make a horrible parent. My oldest niece, her name's Kennedy. I love her now. When she was first born, she was the first kid in a generation, so everything was a big ordeal. And my brother threw the biggest first birthday party you have ever seen when she turned 1. And he calls me up, he's like, man, you gotta come. And I was like, no, I'm not coming to your dumb first birthday party. And he goes, man, she's gonna know you weren't there. And I was like, how? He goes, not today, but one day she's gonna look back at the pictures from her first birthday party and you're not gonna be in them. How are you gonna explain that to her? And I was like, I'll tell her I took the pictures? Like, how hard is it to lie to a little girl? I lie to grown ones every day. Let's be honest, parents. Your first birthday party sucks. No one wants to go to that. And you're not even honest about it. You pretend it's about the kid when it's all about you. First birthday parties are exactly like funerals in that regard. The person you're throwing them for just sort of sits in the corner, like, right? I'm not saying don't throw a party. I'm just saying think it through. Maybe get a babysitter for that kid and you and the person you made it with go celebrate the fact that you kept something alive for a whole year. So I decide that the cool thing to do as an uncle is to take Kennedy to the park to ride her bike. And I didn't know this, 9 years old. She looks at me, she goes, I don't know how to ride a bike, Uncle Slade. And I went, I'm sorry, what? No niece of mine is about to be some little no bike riding punk ass mother. I go, you know what, Kennedy? I'll teach you. Now, I don't know if you've ever tried to teach a child anything, but it's actually easier to convert to Hinduism, kill yourself, and hope you come back as the parent of a kid who already knows how to ride a bike. Because we tried, and it failed miserably. Now, I recognize this amazing opportunity to drop some knowledge into this soft little child head. And I go, Kennedy, that word you just used, can't, we're gonna take that out of your vocabulary. It prevents you from accomplishing things in life. Do you understand me? And she looks up, she goes, fine, then I cannot. And now I'm frustrated because I have to find a way to outsmart a 9-year-old. So I go, how about this, Kennedy? I just passed a law making any version of that word illegal. If you use it again, you're breaking the law. Do you understand me? And I don't know where they learned this. She looks up, she goes, it's like this, Uncle Slade. You're the governor, I'm the president. You passed a law I didn't like and I changed it. And this is why I'd make a horrible parent. I go, why don't you go Google what happened to the last President Kennedy? Tell me how that shit worked out. I couldn't do it. I couldn't raise an entire kid. And all my friends tell me the same thing. They say, Slade, you're missing out. Raising a kid is the most amazing thing you could do. In fact, raising a kid might be the most amazing experience you could ever experience. Is it? Because even God didn't raise the baby. The most arguably perfect baby that's ever walked the face of this planet. He's like, no, bring it back when it's 33.
Grandma!
Oh, hello, darling.
Grandma, how in the world do you keep your skin looking so young?
How do you think I stay so young? I get bukkakied every day and I'm 101. Bukkake! Yeah, bukkake! Oh yeah, it all started back in 44 with 21 soldiers coming home from the war. Like Mount Vesuvius and I was Pompeii. They covered me up with their white marmalade. Bukkake! Yeah, bukkake! Oh yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8. Who wants jelly on their face? Bukkake! Yeah, bukkake! Oh yeah, bukkake!
I love traveling for comedy. I get to go to cities all across the country, but what I really love is judging those cities. I judge cities based off one criteria, whether or not they have grocery bags at their grocery stores. I know a lot of people don't have hard opinions about grocery bags until it's too fucking late. If you don't know what I'm referencing here, all across the country, progressive cities, not yours obviously, but progressive cities have been voting to ban grocery bags. They're doing it in an effort to save the planet, which is nice. It's a good idea on paper or plastic, but it'll never work. I see it in action all the time and it's the worst. I was in Austin, Texas a few weeks ago. I don't know what y'all are imagining when I say a grocery store in Austin, Texas, but in my mind, I was picturing healing crystals, live music, or a full-grown man in a skirt giving me dirty handfuls of almonds. That was my fear, my mental image. I was pleasantly surprised when I realized Austin's grocery stores, they're a lot like anyone else's grocery stores. They're almost exactly like them, except for that one crucial difference. They don't have any grocery bags. And not one goddamn sign telling you they don't have grocery bags. Honestly, if there's just someone chain smoking out front being like, hey, this is gonna suck for you, that would at least be something. But they don't. Which makes me think they're not doing this to save the planet at all. They're doing it to embarrass out-of-towners. It's like a show for them to feel superior. I was shopping through the store and I could sense people following me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He doesn't have any bags. No, let's get towards the front. We're gonna wanna see this. The young punk behind the counter stops working on her band flyer to ring me up. She takes an item, scans it, and then slides it to nobody. Just couldn't give a shit. So to deal with it, I want to be polite, but passive aggressive. So I just kind of stick a hand in my pocket and I'm like, yeah, plastic's fine. But instead of anyone doing anything about it, she just stops scanning items and slowly looks up at me with these cold, dead Austin eyes. We don't have any bags. We got rid of them all for Earth. That was the whole explanation. From that, I had to infer that apparently Austin had voted out grocery bags, and also sorries and sirs, but that's a separate issue. She kept going with this prepared speech they gave her but today's your lucky day. We have these canvas bags for sale. They're great for the environment. They hold 1.5 items each, and they're only $14.95 a bag. I own canvas bags. Mine are all just back at my apartment in Houston, because I don't travel with a bunch of empty bags. That's stupid. And she doubled down well, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to get some canvas bags. You don't really have another choice. I actually had a few choices at this moment. I chose to walk one aisle over and grab a 200 pack of trash bags. On sale, $8. So I got the box, scanned them, opened them up, and then had her bag my groceries in these oversized trash bags. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I'm not a hero. I'm a regular guy, just like you.
When she was done bagging, I did what any other regular guy would do.
I asked her to double bag my groceries. And I wasn't trying to be a dick or anything. I was honestly just trying to find a way to use 200 bags that weekend. Because this is 200 extra large double-lined plastic bags that are now just floating across Austin till the end of time. Because I drove around and individually threw each one out the window of my car. Because I don't travel with empty bags. That's stupid.
Jesus, my boy, I've done it. They're called humans. I made them in my image. See, I gave the ugly ones penises and the pretty ones vaginas. A penis and a vagina? How does that work? Well, you put the penis in the vagina to create life. Wow. Super duper, Dad. Well, I'm putting you in charge down there, so let me know how it goes, sonny boy. Okay, Dad. Bye. Your holiest of holy, Jesus has returned. Dad, it's so bad. What the hell happened to you? They killed me. Like 3 times. Who killed you? It was the Jews. I knew it.
We've all known somebody at some point in our lives who's such a horrible human being that they can ruin your day just by walking into a room. Well, I dated one of these miserable bitches. And by the way, ladies, that is not a blanket term that I use for all women, okay? But let's be honest. If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, she was a miserable bitch. Let's go back in time, shall we? When I was a kid, I had the original Nintendo Entertainment System. Well, on that system was a game called Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! To this day, one of the greatest video games ever made. I could beat everybody on this game except Mike Tyson. Don't know why, but everybody in front of him, not a problem. Get to Mike Tyson, something went horribly wrong. Actually, I do know why, because he's a cheating little bitch, that's why. Give me that. And I never got a chance to beat Mike Tyson, because one day, I let this kid borrow Punch-Out!, and he let me borrow Tetris. I never saw my Punch-Out! Again. I know that sounds like a sad story, but a few years after that, I started smoking weed, and I'd rather be up at 3 o'clock in the morning smoking weed playing Tetris than up at 3 o'clock in the morning smoking weed getting my ass beat by Mike Tyson 10 years after he was relevant. So I put that shit in the W column. So fast forward, one day, I'm like 23 years old, right? Just got my tax return, and I'm in the shop trying to figure out what I can get cheap. And I see that they're selling an original Nintendo for like $30. And I was like, that should come home with me. Then this voice popped in my head and was like,
walk away saying, this is why you always broke, because you get drunk and you blow your money on stupid shit.
But then I look up at this wall of video games and they're selling for 50 cents each. And on that wall, I see Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! Yo, my man, put that and that in the goddamn bag, because me and this dude got some unfinished business. So I take this thing home. I hook it up, I start playing, and you know what? I picked up exactly where I left off. Everybody in front of Mike Tyson knocked out. Glass Joe, Ball Bull, Piston Honda, that soda pop drinking Russian motherfucker, all of them. Let's get something straight. I didn't need to take them fights. I could have gone to Mike Tyson whenever the hell I felt like it. 007-373-5963. I remember the goddamn code, okay? I took those fights for 2 reasons. 1, what if I was a little bit rusty and needed a tune-up? 2, I wanted Mike Tyson to watch all his boys go down right in front of him just so the motherfucker knew I meant business. It's rematch time. I've been waiting for this for a long time. I'm dug in. I got a 44-ounce Dr. Pepper, bag of Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I ain't going nowhere. And you know what? It took me a while, but finally, I got him. 23 years old, 3 o'clock in the morning, 2nd round KO. And I am in my living room, losing my damn mind. That's how we do it up in this house. You thought you could punk me when I was 11. I'm a grown-ass man now, what? And my girlfriend, the miserable bitch, she hears all this going on in the living room. She comes out, she's like, what's going on in here? And I was like, baby, I did it. I beat Mike Tyson. High five. And she goes, psh, grow up. The fuck you mean just grow up? Let me explain something to you, okay? Today is not a day for just growing up. No, today is a day of victory and accomplishment. I have overcome one of my biggest life's obstacles. This son of a bitch has been laughing at me in my sleep since I was 11 years old. And today, I got a little bit of revenge and some payback. So I'm not gonna grow up. Matter of fact, I should have a parade with balloons and confetti and 1 million black people behind me marching on Washington. And if you can't understand the severity of this situation, I'm gonna need you to pack your shit and get the fuck out my apartment. That's right. I dumped that bitch over Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, and I'm a better man for it.